This video is a guide to the safe operation of boom MEWPS, or boom lifts as they're more commonly known. Boom lifts are used in all different types of industry, from shipbuilding to aircraft maintenance, but they're mainly used in construction, property maintenance, manufacturing and utilities. Before you start to do any task involving a boom lift, you must ensure that you're wearing the correct PPE, personal protective equipment. There may well be site-specific rules as to what PPE you should wear, and these could include a hard hat. First, you should know that maintenance should only be carried out on a machine by a trained mechanic and at regular intervals in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. Maintenance should also be in line with the legislative and regulatory requirements on equipment inspections, specifically PUR and LOLA. With the engine switched off, start your visual checks looking for any visible defects or damage to the machine. First, carefully examine the platform, or basket as it's often called, for any sign of wear or damage. It's vitally important that the gate and guardrails are safe and secure. The required fluid checks for the machine will be listed in its operator's manual and may include all or some of the following. This list isn't exhaustive, and some of the checks will depend on accessibility. On this machine, the oil and fuel tanks are the first to be checked. Make sure you've sufficient fuel for your shift. Then, in the engine bay, start by checking the engine oil, and if necessary, top it up. Remembering, always wear PPE gloves when dealing with any type of oil, grease or lubricant. It is essential that you familiarise yourself with the operating controls of the machine you're about to operate, and the operator's manual is the best point of reference for this. All boom lifts have dual controls, and you need to carry out the function tests from the machine's ground controls before mounting the platform to check its functions from there. When you arrive at the worksite, one of the most important things to do is put in place an emergency lowering plan. Before operating the machine on a site, you should always refer to your specific risk assessment and method statement for the task being carried out. In addition to workplace site policies and procedures, your site supervisor should be able to make you aware of any specific hazards which could affect the safe operating of the machine. They work on a counterbalance principle where the weight of the body and its counterweight counters the downforce of the weight of the platform and its content. The maximum weight allowed in the platform is called the safe working load, or SWL. Mount the platform with your equipment, and should you need to take any materials with you, make sure the combined weight of you, your equipment and the materials doesn't exceed the safe working load. At the end of your shift, you may be required to refuel the machine or put it on charge if it's electric. If so, refer to the operator's manual and check with your supervisor for any site-specific instructions. It's important to park the machine on flat, level ground in a safe, designated area. For your safety, always wear the appropriate PPE, remembering it's strongly recommended to wear a safety harness at all times. Always read the operator's manual and completely familiarise yourself with the machine before operating it.